What is going on, guys? I am Jaye Black. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Hopefully you're sharing these. I'm going to speak about the game, Rapper the Game. There's people who've wanted me to speak on this. I've spoken on the game plenty of times. But this is a classic example of when you don't get it, you don't get it. And maybe the game really believes he's above what is happening to him right now. For those who don't know, it's reported that the government has not only seized his record label, but profits off of his latest album to pay off a $7 million judgment awarded to Priscilla Rainey, a woman that he was accused of inappropriate behavior towards on a reality show he was on, I believe, almost over 5 years ago, you know. Now, I made a video about this situation a couple years back. I talk about what a lot of men, especially melanated men, can learn from that particular situation. And I'm going to add more sentiments to that. You know, I truly believe that we can be our own worst enemy. When we have money and social status, we tend to think we're above certain things. You know, when you get away with a lot, you tend to believe that you are above the law. You know, you are above any type of reprieve, right? Now, the game ended up posting a video showing off stacks of money while he ate cereal. And there was a message attached to the video as well. And he also shared a picture of himself watching Tiger King. Yes. And he also, in the message, he spoke about, his love of TV shows that he's watching during this quarantine. You know, this is a very nonchalant message. I want to say this again. Now, if you look at the game, right, he knows the business better than anybody. He knows his streams of income. You know, he's probably been saving money. We don't know. Okay. The game, to me, I think is a smart enough businessman to know that it was going to come down to this. Now, he's saying that he's in retirement. So to him, if they seize the record label and the sales of his latest album, it really won't affect him. We don't really know for sure, but they think it will. Now, maybe he thinks he can outsmart the government. There are a lot of people who've tried that road. Okay. But he is really adamant that he's not going to give her anything, you know. Now, I want to go to this article from The Blast. Okay. It says, Rapper the Game is refusing to pay up on the $7 million owed to his alleged accuser, Priscilla Rainey. The Shade Room captured a defiant message the game wrote on Rainey on social media, saying that she won't be seeing a dime from him. He wrote, people out here losing their lives to the Rona, and blogs out here creating false narratives for this Waffle House roach who doing anything her thirsty self can try and take my money from me. He says, I'm enjoying retirement. Y'all been saying she got $7 million for 7 years. And yet here I am laid up tipsy off my fifth quarantini watching Tiger King, LOL. They'll find Carol Baskin's husband before she ever get a penny from under my car seat. He then flashed a ton of money, as I said, that he was headed to the bank to deposit. I want y'all to understand something, man. Maybe the game doesn't understand this. Maybe he does. Maybe people are advising him. But when you try to go tit for tat with the federal government, they're not playing with you, bro. They're not. And he has done some things. There are things he's been accused of. You know, the game has always, you know, been the guy to just do whatever, you know. I think he might have been one of the many reasons why Joe Budden and his girlfriend Sin Santana broke up when he made that song, and he referenced and he talked about how he smashed her when they got into their situation. The Game has always been one of those type of guys. You know, he has no filter. He says what's on his mind, and he has gotten away with a lot. He's been in the industry for a long time. But the thing is that you never want to make yourself a bigger target. I know you don't want to pay her, but you're going to have to give her something, or they're going to continue to squeeze you and squeeze you and squeeze you until there's nothing left. Okay? This is why you should, especially when you're around a lot of gold diggers, you need to be very careful about how you move, because they're going to look for any reason to try and get money out of you, either by a baby, either by a relationship, or by making accusations, which you didn't show up to court. You didn't care because you think you are above the law. There's been many people who have thought they were above the law. I know you have this image that you want to portray yourself as, but I don't think you're going to win this battle. All you can do is extend it as long as possible. But in these trying times, the government's not playing with nobody. They're going after anybody they feel like is not paying up. Now, they may have, pushed back tax, in the tax season, or for the people who pay taxes. But in this situation, bro, this can get very ugly. Okay. And you haven't really you haven't really went the extra mile legally to clear yourself of this. Maybe because you are guilty as sin, no pun intended. But the Game put himself in this situation. I don't think you dudes should follow the Game's path, okay? Because a lot of you will end up on the wrong side of history, okay? You will end up getting very bad results, I think eventually something is going to happen to where she's going to get something, When they seize your record label and sales from your latest album, that's only the first act. There's going to be more. They're not done. Maybe he's fighting this to keep it extending longer. But I mean, all you're doing is giving them more ammunition to go after you even harder, because they'll say, oh, really? You want to challenge us? They like that. They thrive off that. When I watch documentaries on the government talking about going after organizations, gangs, they thrive off of things like this. Okay? They do. They are not afraid to put a celebrity behind bars if they owe them money. They've done it before. So to me, if you're innocent, you need to do your due diligence as far as going to court, fighting it, and winning it. That's how you do things. That's how you show yourself as not only having power, but being a man a man in good conscience and good faith who's done nothing wrong. But what the Game is doing is making it to where it's okay to buck the system and say, F you, I'm not going to court, I'm not paying no money. That's just the end of that. Now, some of you dudes are going to listen to this, so you're going to think that this is the right move. It's not the right move, because a lot of you are not the Game. If any of you tried this, they will find some way to put you in jail. Okay? You don't have the Game's type of lawyers. You don't have his type of money to fight this. But he can. We've seen celebrities get away with a lot. We've seen celebrities, like Drake. Drake was accused of something by a female from the UK, and he ended up paying out of court to make it go away. He wasn't trying to show that he can, fight the system and win and things of that nature. He basically admitted guilt and said, hey, here's some money. Go about your business. I'm not saying the Game should do that, but he ain't going to court. So how can I defend the Game if he's not even trying to clear his name? Because at the end of the day, all you have is your name. When you're no longer here, all you have is your name, reputation. And your reputation is not good if you're not even trying to fight this and clear your name. It's as if you're trying to prove that you're the toughest guy out here. You know, you're defiant. You ain't got to pay nothing. Okay, well, they can always make new laws to make it even harder for you to fight things like this. Okay? But you can't tell certain people certain things because they think that they are above reproach. They think that they are above accountability. Well, we're going to see how above accountability you are when they go and seize your house, when they seize your property, and when you have to go watch Tiger King at a hotel or at somebody else's house. This is not what a lot of men should do. Men should always fight tooth and nail to clear their name, to stand up for what's right, not to sit there and try to be defiant like you're in some movie and you're playing a character. Because to me, I think the game, he's a guy who bought into his character so much so that he is living his character. The game is living his character. You know, he's like a professional wrestler who lives the gimmick. You know, he's living his own rap gimmick. Okay? To his own detriment. You know, some way, somehow they're going to get money out of him. You know, the government is not, you know what I mean? I'm a guy who likes small government because I don't like the government controlling me and telling me what to do, because they can drop the hammer on you in ways that you can't even imagine. So I don't want to have to deal with them. But the game seems like he is hell bent on proving a point. But again, there's going to be people who are going to agree with his behavior. I don't. If you are innocent, clear your name, because at the end of the day, the only thing in this world you have, we have nothing left, is your name, reputation. And you need to do whatever it takes to protect it. And I also want to say this too. I looked on Priscilla Rainey's social media and she's been back to posting, I believe ever since March. And of course she's been posting posts, you know, to get the likes, of course. But in her latest post, when this particular judgment is handed down, she's basically has been putting it out here, basically seemingly gloating about it, you know. And the thing that, and also Whack 100 has said that the label is owned by him, and I believe the royalties of the album are going to him as well. So I'm not really sure in that situation, but I believe he says he owns the label in that regard. But I just really think that if you are a victim, you should seek justice more than you seek finances. And it just seems that to me that the finances are seemingly very much so important to her than the justice, you know. But hopefully she understands the situation and not take it to social media. You may have gotten a win in the legal course, but still the game has yet to give you anything. But we shall see. But I don't think you should be posting anything to social media to brag and boast about it, because all it's going to do is turn people against you. Maybe you don't care. I looked at the comment section, man, they go in on her. And it's only going to be heightened if you continue to play this antagonistic game with the game.